Hi guys, welcome to the Propagation Addict. Today I am going to show you how I sow succulent seeds. I have 9 varieties, 5 cactus varieties, and 4 succulent varieties, mostly Echeverias. So what I use for sowing my seeds are these seed starter trays that I buy from Amazon. It's 12 cell seed starter trays, and it comes with the tray and a dome to cover it, since we need good humidity in our seedlings, for our seedlings. And for my substrate, I use peat moss, and I microwave them. So I put them in just a bowl, I put water in it. Make sure you make it moist, because you want it not to get too hot, or you're going to kill the nutrients in the soil. So cool it down, and then put some in the trays, and that's how we're gonna do it. But I am going to show you. I just opened these today. So I ordered 4 succulent seeds just for a trial, because this is my first time ordering from this shop. But I actually ordered more on their website, even if I haven't received this yet, because they had so cute succulents and they had good reviews anyway. And so yeah, and then I ordered cacti seeds. Oh, I think I already took it out right here. I ordered 5 cactus seeds, and I have Myrtillocactus gemetricans. I have some Astrophytum asterius nodum. I have some Astrophytum asterius supercabuto. I have some mutant Astrophytum mix, a mix of 10 seeds, which I think one of them got squished in the mail. And a Tephorocactus aurocanthus paedophilus. 1 seed. It's just 1 piece of seed. I don't know why I bought that, but we'll see. And I have a Dudleyas mix, an Echeveria Mexican Giant, Echeveria Queen of Rose hybrid mix, which is really pricey, and an Echeveria Hyalina X Raindrop. So we are going to put some of these, our substrate, in the cells, and I'm going to tell you why I use this kind of substrate. So the reason why I use peat moss is because I have tried sowing succulent seeds before, because I followed YouTube videos and some YouTuber uses sand. Your seeds will still germinate, but if you make a mistake and the sand cracks and your seeds fall into those cracks, they are not going to germinate. Or if they fall on like a big piece of sand, what happens is they're going to germinate, but they're going to end up dying. They're going to turn white. And if you try to move them, that's not a good idea either, because they're so sensitive. So you're not supposed to touch your succulent seedlings, because they are minute, very, very tiny. So I followed the instructions from the grower that sells the seeds. So I'm going to use peat moss. Make sure you sterilize your substrate. These seeds are seedlings, and everything is super sensitive, and if mold or anything grows in it, it's going to die. So yeah, I'm just gonna fill this up. Actually, make sure to check out my next videos, because I am going to be sowing more than 130 or 150 varieties of succulents. And also, at the end of this video, I am going to show you guys the tiny succulent seedlings that I have, and some cactus. I have a lot of cactus. I think I may have around maybe like 100, no, I think I have like 600 or 700 cactus seedlings that germinated. They're really cute. So yeah, just make sure to not to put the big pieces of bark in there because they mold. Even when you sterilize your substrate, you're supposed to keep this moist, so the big barks actually end up getting molded. I may have put too much water in this. Hopefully they drain, but they need the moisture anyway. You're supposed to keep the top of the substrate wet for the first month or something. They don't grow fast. They grow really slow. So yes, this is what I'm going to do. Just going to fill it up like this. Make sure it's flat up top. And you are not, once you sow your seeds, do not touch it. Do not touch the bottom of, do not touch the top of the container. All right, and make sure that you bottom water it because the seedlings are very, very sensitive. And if you just spritz it with water, even like a very tiny spritz, it is going to hit that. If you hit that, it is going to fall. All right, guys, I filled up my container, and what I'm gonna do next is I am going to put the labels. So make sure you label each of them. And I already made these labels ahead of time, so I'm going to just put this right here, and I am going to just, yes, don't forget to label your seedlings. Just, I only have, I think, nine seedlings, so I might add some more of the other ones that I'm going to receive later on. And I'm just going to sow the seeds. So make sure, be careful when you're sowing the succulent seeds because they could be so tiny, especially like the Echeverias or the other species. This one is pretty big, so I am going to just put this right here, and I have to cover the cactus because it's so big, so I'm just going to cover it with so little, like a very thin layer of peat moss. But do not cover your succulents, the Echeverias or other succulent seeds, because they will have a hard time germinating. They do not have enough energy. So this is the Astrophytum mysterious super cabuto. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but that is right there. These are big enough for you to be able to spread them, the Astrophytum. So super cabuto. I actually like Astrophytums. I have a love for Astrophytums. I might have lost one seed. So yeah. They don't look very well. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I was looking for that one seed that I dropped. It was just on my shirt. So be careful, you guys. This one is the mutant Astrophytum mix. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it in this area for them. Honestly, I might use this other container. there's 10 of them, and this space is so tiny. It's, I think, an inch per square cell. Well, I'm just gonna put 5 per cell because I'm just gonna give them a little space when they grow, because I'm not gonna transplant this for a while, so I'm gonna use 2 cells for this one. Honestly, I don't think these other ones are gonna germinate because they got crushed in the mail. I can tell. But you know, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Right there. So 5 mutant Astrophytum per cell. And then I have an Astrophytum asterius nudum, which I think he gave me 1 extra seed because I only bought 5. And there is 6. So just going to spread it. Just gonna put some in this. I actually already sowed some Astrophytum on Zucas from this. Oh, I think it was a different seller. I bought it from Walla Walla Studio on Etsy. This one is from Cactus Archive, also from Etsy. I think all of these are from Etsy. I like buying from Etsy just because there's so many varieties in there that they sell. But I also like to buy from other countries. So this one does not want to come out. The seed is stuck. So I got it. Make sure to give them enough space. Honestly, when I sow like 500 seeds, I do not care about giving them much space, especially if it's a variety that is cheap. You know what I mean. If you buy it cheap, you're just like, okay, I don't care. I'm just going to, you know, don't bury them. Just kind of like make sure they have good soil, seed to soil contact. Okay. And these are really tiny, so I need to be careful. It is the Myrtillocactus geometricans. And I'm just going to not even, I wish they were in a paper like the other one. They fall easier when they're on paper. Yep. There it is. I just dropped it there. This one's too near each other. I think. You know, sometimes I drop the seeds in the wrong container. Like on my Astrophytum, I have some Echeveria seed that drop in there, and I don't know what it is because I can't really tell yet the difference between them. Ooh, here it is. This one is my Dudleyas. So it's in a paper, but it doesn't have like a packet to where you can open it. So I'm just gonna tear it. Maybe it is in a packet. So it's actually in a paper inside of the packet. Ooh, I need to be careful because this is very tricky. It's in paper. Well, it's gonna be easier to sew it. It's just that you don't know which part of the paper it's gonna be when you open it. Ooh. Okay. Okay. They're really tiny, guys. Super duper tiny. You can see right there, they're just super tiny. It's just gotta be careful in opening the paper, but then it gets easier because it's already in paper. So it's easier to just sew it. Pretty sure I dropped it all in one place. Don't do that. But I'm just gonna leave it because I already did it. And if I touch it, it's gonna mess that up. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. I'm just gonna try to do better on the next one. So this one is an Echeveria hyalina cross with a raindrop. It's really pretty in their pictures, so I really hope that when it grows, it actually becomes pretty like the picture that they have. I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes. I'm gonna try to do better in spreading these, but how they put it in the paper really made it hard for me to spread it, because the paper is folded like this, so there's a ridge in there. It stops them from falling, and then when you kind of move it, it just falls. All of them fall down. This one is my Echeveria Queen of Rose hybrid mix. They are very, very pretty in the picture, and they are the most expensive ones because I think it was more than $10 just for the seeds. So imagine how much the real succulent is. Because most succulent, like Echeveria seeds that people sell online, are like $5 or something. But I think this is supposed to be 10 seeds, but I think they sent me more because it looks like there was more than 10 in there, which is cool. And if they all germinate, then that would be cute, right? Actually, it says 10 plus on the packets. On their website, it says 10, but they give you more than what you order, which is amazing in my opinion. Okay, I think this is the Echeveria Mexican Giant. This is the last one. Okay, that was it. And now I'm just going to spray it once downwards per to make good contact with the pretty sure I shouldn't have, but I still did anyway. Well, the cactus is good, but those things are too tiny, the Echeverias. Okay guys, so I am going to cover this with a dome, and I am going to put this in indirect light. They do not put that under your grow light right away because they can burn. They are very, very sensitive. Don't put them in direct light. Or if you put it under the grow light, make sure that it is not too near. It should be more than a feet far. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys some of the seedlings that I've already sown, and I'm going to my plant room. So these are a cactus mix. It's 20 days old, I believe. Actually, that's wrong. I sowed this on the 29th. Today's only the 12th, so they're 11 days old. These are 2-week-old lithops seedlings. I bought this from Conger Garden off of Etsy. And as you can see, they're actual lithops. These are Monilaria moniliformes, or the bunny succulents. I sowed them on June 25th, and today is July the 12th, so they are more than 2 weeks old. They're almost 3 weeks old, and they are gonna start looking cute soon. And this is what I was talking about of not using grit in your mix. Is you can see the soil cracks because of the big particles, and if your seed drops in the big particles or in the cracks, they're not going to germinate. I have 10 seeds that I sowed, and only 9 germinated, which is pretty good, but my other ones don't have as much. These are my Romeos, Echeveria agavoides Romeos, that I sowed the same day as the Monolaria, so they're almost 3 weeks old. They're still super tiny, but some of them are bigger than the others, and there are 9 in there, so one of them did not germinate. This is my Echeveria subcarumbosa, and I sowed 10 seeds, and only 3 of them germinated, I believe. I thought there were 4, but maybe one of them melted already. So that's what I'm saying. There's a crack from rocks, so don't put any rocks or pebbles or anything, because that is going to prevent germination. This is my Echeveria simulans Laguna Sanchez, and after more than 2 weeks, 1 germinated. It germinated on the side right here. That's why do not ever spray your seedlings or seeds when you're doing it, because they might move the seeds to a different location. Which I did spray the ones today once, but they were right there, and hopefully next time I am not going to spray it, and I am going to stop myself because I have a sprayer addiction. So if you can see, it's only 1, which sucks because there were 10. Maybe more will germinate soon, because that one germinated like right on the very side of the something, and I picked it up. I picked the whole thing up, including the rock or whatever the soil that it was on, and I moved it on top. So yeah. Ellie says to like and subscribe our video. She wants to play with mommy, but mommy's always playing with her plants. So yeah, guys, like and subscribe our video, and make sure to follow us so you can see the progress on all our succulent seeds and propagations and everything that we are doing. And in the next 2 weeks, I am going to do unboxing of succulents, imported succulents from Korea, and I'm going to be sowing seeds from Sweden, from Serbia, from UK, and everywhere. And follow our journey on growing our succulent collection. I have more succulents outside, and I have some on my little greenhouse right there. And Ellie wants to play with mommy, but mommy's still sowing seeds. So yes, I will update you guys on the progress of those that I sowed today. They're right over here under my my grow light. But these grow lights are not that strong, so this is the one I'm sowing right now, and we're gonna see the difference in sowing these seeds on just peat moss versus the ones that have sand. So follow and subscribe, guys. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know.